Yeah, look, it's Mask to Mask. If you don't know, that's the Phoenix Wright reference. And so the fate comes to an end, but the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. My only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze of the sea to still my heated blood. Sorry to make you wait. Perfect timing. You really are perfectly punctual, my friend. It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know. Sorry, but punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report? Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry, so yes. This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer. I'll take that as a report if I really like them then. The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live to tell you. What's more, I met a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival? Me! I shall be quite busy these next few weeks, I think. You really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but do not let it interfere with the plan. You need not worry on that score, my friend. On that note, here, take it. Very good. So how did your experiments go? Yes, call it a 90% success rate or so. The hologram projector can accurately project for many hundreds of Selgi. The first 2 or so projections were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly. So some causes for concern, but not much. It does function. I'll report that to the professor at once. That gospel. Truly, it is far beyond contemporary technology, and I don't simply mean its ability to negate ornaments. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work? I'm not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, the phenomena is just the tip of a miracle. Oh? So it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above alone. What does he mean, I wonder? Regardless, a few more experiments should make the potential of the gospel clear. With that... Oh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage this night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder? That's up to our hidden mouse. That's up to how our hidden mouse responds. How indeed. Come, mouse, cry for us. Hey. I'm not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems. Thank Adios for your life, rodent. Bring on the beer. Ah, crap. Can't drink. No mo. Damn it, I coulda... Okay. Thank you, Audio Saints, and everyone else I'm forgetting for saving your humble sovereign. I cannot talk. And it looks like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. What monsters, though? So, those are the enforcers of Ouroboros, huh? Well, the church is investigating. Because of course the church is investigating. They're the church. Chapter 2: The Raging Land. Okay, we're off to Zeiss. Anyone have anything else they want to do before we go? Nah, I don't think so. Unless you can think of anything, let's book. I can think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? She disappeared quite suddenly, and I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went to go see Nail in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi and thanks before we leave Ruin. Yes, I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I wanted to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and the children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago. I think they're out. They are all. I want to say goodbye too. Hey, can we can write them a letter when we get to Zeiss. They'll get a kick out of it. Worst comes to worst, ain't too hard to get back here. That's true. I'll write them then. Hey, we'll all write them. I want in too. Come on, my friends, let us away. The pulsing heart of Ouroboros revolution and the seed of geniuses. Well, we should say bye to Nail and Dorothy, if only because Dorothy did save our freaking lives with her camera flash technique in the last episode. Because the dude has shadow binding powers apparently, and that's a pain in the butt to deal with. Alright, he's working out of the top of the hotel, so there's only the bottom rooms and these rooms. No. Now it's the professor's room. There they are. Wait, they only have one bed? What the hell? Hello. You guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. Once she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. Oh well, a hell of a lot happened last night, and she saved our skins. I can't blame her for being kinda tired. Let her rest, okay? A real reporter can go a good week without sleep when he's a good scoop. Oh well. Oh yes, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a Phantom Thief B himself is in Libro, and he's one of those Ouroboros people. Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Now, you know about that masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it, and he always steals things with a big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. Yeah, that sounds like our weirdo, alright. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said, though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Now I'm curious, do you intend to write an article about what happened? Now, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. Well, the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying apocalypse news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government is coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Yeah, of course. Anyway, we're off to Zeiss. Oh, alright. I've got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep, and I hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she gets up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. I have to admit, I do love Nail and Dorothy. They're some of my favorite characters in this game. Wait, another cutscene? Dang. Hey, you guys! Wait, did you just teleport off screen? You're bracers, right? You got something wrong? You look kinda frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks, I owe you. So, where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's the top floor of the hotel. I'll show you the way. So we found ourselves a side quest. I'm telling you I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I've got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the braces arrive. Once their investigation's done, you can leave. Pick the devils. Here they are. Sure was fast, hero. Yeah, I looked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on the posters around the city. One that guy's running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. Agate Costner, also a bracer. Let's get to business. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Was the victim okay? He's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Yeah, good to hear. There's something good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden, from behind, a thud. That's pretty foul. Ouch. Sounds nasty. When did the attack happen? Give us whatever you can remember about the events before and after. Sure, it happened today, just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Kipper here had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Protos told me to come apologize for the mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see, so you came here to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. He asked Coupler to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room and with Hero, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper, I'm just gonna say Cooper right here, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you, why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect them given the circumstances. There was no one else in the room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? I thought about Cooper. I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You sure? Yes, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out on the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. So you're saying the crime was committed before you got there? Am I getting that right? Yeah, exactly. Thank God, there's finally someone who gets it. In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone else came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough, it's an election office, so that makes sense. Sounds simple enough, at least. The criminal's gotta be one of two people. This guy here, or someone else, or someone who came into the room before him. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning? If there's no other useful information, yeah. If you guys know something else or are thinking of something, tell us now, even if it seems like not important. Alright, then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I looked through the room after the incident. Were there signs it had been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Huh? Is the serial cleaner on the list? One way to interpret it would be a disguise to hide the fact the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inevitably arousing suspicion in the process. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for the question. I'm the traveling bard, a poetic soul wandering the wilds, a genius Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point of worrying about motive. I agree. And Olivier gets ignored again. You've grown quite bolder since our little rendezvous, Estelle. Your trading in Little Sleigh has been most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier, just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else, can you tell us we should get to questioning? Yeah. Well, seems she knows when to shorten the leash now. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. We're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Now, how should we go about things? I mean, this is a pretty big hotel. We should probably split into 2 groups. You and the princess make some rounds, so I keep an eye on this dumbass. Those 2 are our assistants. Yeah, let's make him assist. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, listen up. We need to gather information on the suspect first. If you go around asking about Copper, something should turn up. If you end up getting a picture on who our guy is, tell me. So once we found the criminal, go report to you. No problem. Let's go see what we find out. Oh great, so I was wandering around asking people what happened again. Mr. Copper is a guest who comes here on very rare occasions. Mostly, we have his patience for work-related gatherings. When Copper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't know, he looked angry, I guess. I thought something might happen, and just when I thought something, just like I thought something happened. And that's not looking good on Copper. You remember us, right? You lent us a boat when the bridge was up. You totally saved us then. Now it's still skin off my back. So come to ride again? I wish we could, but I've got some work to do. We're investigating the case that happened here at the hotel. It sounds rough. If I can be of any help, feel free to ask what you like. Will do, sir. I know him. He's the young fellow working at the harbor. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Oh, yeah. Oh, was Clipper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. The old man doesn't know anything, sad to say. What do you mean? Well, I see. So you don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Well, just in case, once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, will do. Of course, they wouldn't know anything, just checking. I fear I cannot agree. Mr. Copper seemed generally normal. Yeah, he was pissed off to me, but it was right after the big mess on the bridge, so I'd naturally be angry. Only like 2 guys here in the hotel. Oh, back to the top floor again. The scene of the crime. And nobody's here. Let's check the bathtub. I can't rotate the camera here. Copper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed by having been a witness at the crime scene. Was Copper angry? I didn't really look that way, but I'll say as many times as I like. I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? So of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. I was angry? That's crazy. If you're gonna say that, Hero's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made a really nasty face. Try asking around Hero, I bet you'll turn up some dirt. Him and Dells are rivals competing to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. I was conscious immediately, so I don't see who hit me. Even catching a glance would have been better than nothing at all. Sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. Heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. Is that so? I'm not sure I can really help with that. There's no way Hero did it. I'll testify to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even work together. Sorry, I got excited and it made my head hurt. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time. If there had been some kind of argument, I sure would have noticed. I had an unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course, after the fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with this mess? I'm gonna try asking the other two. All three. A sound, you say? Unfortunately, I heard no such thing. You doubt even Hero? He isn't the kind of person who resort to violence. Hero's the most loyal man. He would never commit a criminal act. Oh. Are you done questioning in the office? Yeah, we're done. How's it going on your end? It's going okay, I guess. We're still checking out stuff. Just don't slack off. Leave it to me. It might be a plot trigger. A sound? I didn't really hear anything. You checking out Hero? He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. It's probably because he was with Cooper, though. A sound, Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above, you mean from the balcony? Probably around then, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. I can't recall exactly when I'd heard it, though. That's too bad. Still, this is a good thing to know. Thanks, sir. Hero's that young merchant fella, yeah? If he wants to be a merchant, I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. He'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. I don't... Cooper's standing right next to Dells. As Cooper said, I didn't hear any loud noise either. He's in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Well, perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. It's unbelievable that you would suspect Hero. In the first place, you're suggesting he would have heard of his co-worker? And what would possibly motivate him to do such a thing? Hero's got motive, right? Him and Dell's are rivals. Got a mark? So who's your suspect? Okay, so Cooper's claiming he's innocent, but we know we heard a noise and we know someone came in the room. Yeah, I don't know. Cooper's claiming ignorance. There's no one else to talk to, and everyone says Hero's a straight-laced guy. Cooper doesn't seem bad, and there's only one other suspect. It wasn't the guy in the front. The only thing that seems suspicious is the one dude that said that Copper was angry. The only person I could point to is Belden. The Raven Kid, huh? You got some proof, right? First explain the reason you discount the original suspect. Nope, that ain't enough. You'll investigate again thoroughly this time. Understood. I didn't hear it. I can say for sure I didn't hear anything like that while I was here. I didn't hear any big sound like that. I can say that for sure now. If I fought with Dells, I really heard some sound, something colliding with something else from around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what that could have been? Something colliding with something else. Nope, but I didn't hear any sound like that. Let's check out the balcony area. I don't like to have any collisions. That sound, you say? That'll probably be the sound of me getting hit. What's that? That's good. So, well, I didn't mean to go towards the exit. Let me get back to questioning. We have one witness that claims there was a sound, but no one else has heard any sounds. People at the front, him? Wait, what's on your mind? You hiding something you should spit out? Trying to hide things only bites you in the ass most of the time. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Hero on the second floor. When was that? It was right after lunch. Hero went out with Norman, but however, shortly after that, Hero came back and ran to the second floor. That's kind of important to know. As there you go after this lead. We're gonna check around here for a bit longer. Got it. Yeah, I had a pillow for lunch. I ate on my own in the lobby. It was kind of suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal boring stuff when we've got a special pellet just for himself. That's so. Was it that different? Yeah, it's way better. The special one's got like a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite though. He left a lot behind. What a waste. About lunch, I ate out at the Lavinator today. Always been the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell of the landing bridge. Remember, it rings when the bridge went up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, I guess. I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kind of big to use in the place of a clock, though. Hey Estelle, it might be good to ask about the bell toll. Oh, why? That sound should be able to clearly remember the sound of the bell ringing. It might as a guidepost for their memory, like Mr. Murray. I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but I'm glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. So we have 2 more clues in lunch and the bell. Come on, why did I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. The noon bridge bell? Yes, at the time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish the work quickly. The office plates were cleaned. So that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch. Indeed. I was preparing the guest rooms they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. So back to the floor again. After lunch, Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to have a speech. I had some stuff to do, so I met up with him later. The rest of that as I explained before. But Hiro, you went to the 2nd floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it, we have a witness. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone else in the office at the time? Dells was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I was just trying to hide that I had gone to the 2nd floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget that this kind of thing only makes you look worse. I look forward to your future assistance, sir. I heard the bell toll, yes. It was when I was meeting with Norman on the bridge. Then culprit showed up, and I showed him the way here. Who cleaned up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such cleaned by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Yeah, we ordered food from the Labinator. Man, it was good. The sound of bell bridge. You actually mentioned it. I do think I heard it before I got hit. Sorry, my head feels like a wreck right now. Nothing's too clear. Now that you mention it, who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office before, weren't you? You normally notice if someone comes to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. You could have done it. All I know is they cleaned it while I was away. You don't know either, sir? I'm afraid not. I don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I hadn't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a bit of pella I got from my lunch uneaten. I requested that Ernest give me one of the special pellas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful it was. I see. That must be really stressful running an election. It's starting to come together. The only person who could have cleaned the dishes in the office, I don't know. I wouldn't go to so much trouble. It would have been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. Unless there's someone else hiding. Someone cleaned up the place for Ernest? Oh, it's a rare thing to find someone so considerate to others nowadays. He doesn't know anything. If we can find the person who cleaned up, then we could find out about this mess. Look at the person who cleaned up the plates. Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. Of course you wouldn't care. And now I'm back to the dead end. Yeah, so they ordered from the Laminator? That sure is nice. Maybe I'll try asking Porto so we can do something like that. The bridge toll. Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right about the same time on the bridge. When the bridge fell, I went off when Hero and I were checking out the speed site together. Hero was there too? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cupper showed up. I did ask Hero to show him to the hotel. I see. Then it's sure. After lunch, Hero and I immediately went to examine the place where my speech is to be held at. Hero has some business to attend to first and met me at the site. You left after lunch and met up with Hero outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. Happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. Hero seems awful suspicious. Oh, the one who found them? Why do you think that? There was a witness who saw Hero go to the second floor before the case. Furthermore, he himself neglected to mention it in his own testimony. The fact that he's hiding that went to the scene of the crime is almost the same as saying he did it. So there's some evidence that puts suspicion on them. How about a motive? Apparently, he and the victim are rivals over who's in the election camp. I think it's a weak motive, but given the situation, I can't say for sure. What about the original suspect? Do you have any proof that refutes Cupper's involvement? He didn't seem to get here until after lunch, though. I don't know what the right trigger is for that. Hey Belden, you said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know that Norman ate when you were on the first floor? Oh, that. I saw it afterwards, huh? Sorry, my bad. Actually, I heard it from someone else. I don't remember who said it, though. Maybe you should investigate that next. That's obviously suspicious. I didn't get a new prompt from that, though, even though that was very suspicious. You go through the hotel to get there, though, right? Yeah, I do. I can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. So there was no one else there. I'd say so. The basement head and the first floor were both pretty quiet when I passed through. Well, Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Oh, you mean Belden? Yeah, that's more than enough. Yeah, it's not... Time with the bell. So basically, he heard the sound of the bell, roughly the same time the big sound. something caused by the criminal. That someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Now I should check out the suspect. Yeah, now we're checking alibis. Were you really in the basement the whole time? Well, why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, no one was there. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So you can't establish an alibi. Just in case, we should probably ask around about Belden too. By Belden, you mean that kid? He was in the basement, I'm pretty sure. Young Belden? I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. I was preparing the guest rooms at the time, you see. So Belden doesn't have an alibi. That's all signs are pointing to Belden. Where was Belden during the bell ring? I didn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time. My son's location of the ring posed a problem, you say. If you really have a real cause of suspicion, you need to hesitate on my part. You're welcome to confront Belden and question him. Where was Belden when the bell rang? I don't know, but is he a suspect? Where was Belden when the bell rang? How the hell am I supposed to know? Yeah, no one knows where he was, so back to Belden then. It's just that all we know is that he most likely was not in the basement. So when the bell rang, I was on the ground. Like, I was in the basement the whole time after lunch. Okay, so I'm at another impasse. I have to try every question again. Looks like we're not far from pointing out the criminal. Once we get our mark, come report. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking something else on the balcony. Well, I didn't hear it. I can say for sure I didn't hear anything of that while I was there. So you heard the bell when you were outside, which means you weren't around when that other big sound happened. According to the testimony we got, the big sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing. If that's true, then Hero isn't connected to the big sound that happened on the balcony. Sounds... Nope, didn't hear anything like that. So then, Cupper and the balcony are unrelated. According to the testimony we got, the sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing, so that will line up with what we've heard from Cupper himself. I do enjoy this kind of a bit, but I kind of wish it was more direct with Now, Cheryl and I went immediately to examine the place where my speech was held. Cheryl had some business to attend to when we first met up. So... he was already there, but the bell was ringing and Cupper showed up. I then asked Cheryl to show him to the hotel. I see it, that's true. So then still, there's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Hero. Yeah, not just Hero, but Cupper seems to be in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made the sound was neither Hero nor Cupper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being a criminal. At this point, I'm thinking it was just an accident and not really an intentional thing. So back to Bell and the Raven Kid. Cupper was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say it's accurate. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then there's a very small chance Cupper is a criminal. I see. And at the same time, it can also throw out any suspicion of Hero. Yeah, it does. Hero met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next up, we need to explain this suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? There's no proof he has an alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cupper and Hero have already been cleared as culprits, so this person remains the final possibility. Yeah, by process of elimination, it does turn out that way. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more distinctive proof? I don't know if this is decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special Palia. Oh, what's that? Yeah, so Bell testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the Palia Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Alright, I got it. Let's call Belden and hear what he's got to say. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. Why'd you call me? I didn't do anything. Now calm down, nothing's been decided here. If you help us with the investigation, you can go home right away. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Bull. As long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then just be honest and tell the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? Yeah, fine, I'll talk. Today after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? But the person who returned the place to the front was... yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but I didn't think that'd happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? Why does this have to do with anything with the case? I've got an idea. Yeah, actually. I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells? It has a lot to do with it. Let's hear him say it himself. Yeah, hey, go on and tell him. Yeah, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice. I kinda kicked the door as hard as I could. So that would mean the door. Yep, it's exactly what you think. The door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door flying open slammed right into the back of his head. In other words, the truth of this case is an unlucky accident. So then, I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you had just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. Well, it's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Copper. You almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear, and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. Also, Belden, whatever you decide to do with your life, know that the decision is yours and yours alone. I know you can do it. Really? Yeah, make sure you keep it up. Well, that's our report. Bracers, I'm sorry for today. It seems we've taken a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. No, don't worry about it. This is part of the job too. Well then, we're off. Thank you guys so much. Really, we're very sorry. Take care. Well, that's over with finally. I wouldn't have dreamed it would end up like this, though. Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of a most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Oh well, I really appreciated your help, Chloe. You gave me a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm really happy to help. There's no need to thank me though, Estelle. Right, I guess you two are our support staff already, aren't you? Yep, well, we'll have you do what needs to be done. Well, let's get going. Yeah, next up is the Zeiss region. So we completed another quest. And with that, everybody, I think we'll call this episode an end. So then, with this, I'll see all of you next time as we actually do plot stuff. This episode got taken up by a side quest. I find that hilarious.